lock on. So I'll go with two of them. Additive is what I use now. I really like that additive. But because the contrast is not high enough for the stars, we're going to get the Pink Floyd effect. So I expect this is what's going to happen. Yeah, we haven't got any stars locked on at the moment. So, all right. That's not okay. Here's a buzz. Oh, software quit. This is an older software that I'm using from last summer. Just a couple of reasons there to take note of some of the flaws and things that were in it from that point on up to the new one. So just hoping that they're gonna update that at some point. Okay, the software jammed, and I'm gonna have to shut down the. Yeah, I'm gonna have to shut this down there. All right, hang on. Holy cow, she won't. Computer's giving me a hard time tonight. Ever since she got hit by the lightning there, a couple of during the storms we had, the ice storm we had, lots of thunder and lightning. But okay, here we go. Let's start over again. So tonight we're going to determine the field of view of there we go. What do we got here? So the gain is high up. Actually, it's too high. Ooh, a bit too high. So bring this down about 30 on the gain. And I'm going to pump up the 4.5 seconds like we had the other night. So, okay. All right, this is okay. And I don't want the cooling on. I definitely do want this off. Okay. I just want to take a reading of how goes Elon Musk junk in the sky. So it's getting darker slowly but surely. It's not dark yet. I still see the sun here, and there's a gray background here. So we just got to wait till it gets darker. Nonetheless, it gives us an idea of the field of view at f10. So the sensitivity is going to be reduced quite a lot. I'm just going to open an image here that I had. Right. That was last Friday. So we have seven stacks and in additive that is. So that's the field of view we had, and this is the field of view we got now. So definitely is a big improvement. And obviously with the focal reducer, everything gets more sensitive. It can go up to 70 to 80% more sensitivity, depending the F ratio we're going down. I'm trying to aim for F4, F5-ish with these new lenses, and I think I will get it, but we need to do a few more tests here. All right. Actually, it's not too bad for Altaz at F10. Tracking is not too bad. And scope did get hit as well by lightning, and I had the memory corruption. It wouldn't boot up, and the message was memory corruption. So I managed to get it going. So the scope is okay now, but the computer here is not. So I'll be shopping for another computer and with more memory and the bigger processor. It seems I need the processor more than anything else, but I might as well get more memories too. Yeah, we're getting, this is a narrow field of view, obviously. It is a smaller chip. It's a 17.5 millimeter across diagonal. And yeah, we're starting to pick up some of the detail in this galaxy as it's getting a little bit darker. So we got no vignetting, no, the stars are pretty well what we want them to be. And what I'm going to do is go on this specific star here, or some of the stars, and I'm not focused, obviously. So we're going to fine tune the focus here a little bit. Everything is settling there, so it's. I'm going to lower the exposure so we get a quicker refresh. Now we got more magnification. It'll be much harder to focus, obviously. Oh, we just passed the focus point. Okay. Nope. We passed it again. All right, let's go back. Okay, this is fairly close, so we're going to put the screen back to fit the window. Things are definitely more pinpoint. And we're going to put this back at 4.5, which is our, there we go, our base test. I'm going to raise the galaxy a little bit, bring it up on the screen. Whoop, that's the wrong side, isn't it? Okay, that's fairly center. So what I'd like to do is take a snap of that. Okay, so this is the snap. This is what we had, and this is live. And that was last week with the focal reducer. So there is a huge, huge difference. So this is F10 at the moment, and it definitely would be higher resolution, but the sensitivity is lacking majorly. So it gives us an idea for the field of view here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go put the focal reducer on without the spacer, and we'll see what kind of image we're going to get. I'll be right back. Okay, this is a serious improvement. I did not expect that at all. Wow. Okay, this is a really serious improvement. So let me focus again here. We're going to check for vignetting and things like that. I didn't touch anything. So obviously you could see that how much sensitivity we're gaining by having a lower F ratio. Just going to swing this here to focus. So what I'm going to do is reduce the exposure, and we'll go to 200% of the image here. Okay, let's see what we're going to get here for focusing. All right, slowly but surely. Okay, let's see if we could focus on a smaller star here, because the brighter the star, the harder it is to get the right focus. But boy, that field of view really, really, really beefed up. And I'm gonna have to do some calculation on this one. Yeah, focal reducer I really, really like on any scope. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the F10 that I just grabbed earlier and the one from the other night. And yeah, let me focus this here for a minute, and we'll get this going here. And I need to achieve a good tight focus if I can. It's hot here tonight, lots of haze in the sky. So it's going to be really difficult here to do accurate tests, but that's all right, I guess. All right, I'll leave it like that for now. And all right, let's center this here a little bit more. No, 80 degrees is just air conditioning temperature for you over there. Okay, so here's let's go back to 4.5 seconds. Okay, and this was at 53. All right. Obviously, it's getting a little bit darker. So here's the field of view we got now with the focal reducer. It doesn't seem to be any vignetting, and that's something I really like. And this is F10 at the same level, at the same gain and the same exposure time. This is live, and this is last week. So we're pretty close to what it was. I don't know if now I can always add a spacer. I've got a really big spacer. I think it's too big. Let me raise up I'll put I'll put that up, so I'll try to match exactly where that is. There you go. This was last week, last Friday, and this is now. So this was last week. I think this one's a tad wider, but you hang on a sec. I had two focal reducers there. I had the 0.75 and the universe focal reducer. So I was using two focal reducers. Here's only one. And conditions sucks tonight because we just can't pierce through the sky. It's full of haze. I only see the brighter stars just because of the warm weather that just moved in. Um, let me, okay, that's what it was then. Mind you, we got 7 exposure here stacked. Here we don't, and this is 10, the way we had it earlier. So from this point to that point, there's a major difference from what I could see. Well, that's correct, Jack. But don't forget, as I said, I was using 2 focal reducers last week, the 0.75 and also the universe focal reducer. So that means I was getting vignetting there. You can see the vignetting around the screen here. A little bit more reduction there, and here we got a little bit less. However, I don't know if I can. You just hold on for a minute there. I'm going to try something here. I'm going to bring this up to 30. Is where we had everything going last week. I don't think so. We got enough stars to start the live stack and additive. Let's see. It's too hazy here tonight. I'm really not getting good skies here tonight. Okay, yeah, it did lock on. So we'll see if we're all right. This is 2. This is 3. There we go. Okay, so this is 3. That was last week, and this is now. So yeah, a slightly. So I got 2 focal reducers here, and here I only have 1. And this is F10, no focal reducer. So there is a substantial reduction. I have a funny feeling if I put the spacer is a little bit too big. It's about a 30 millimeter. And I'd like to go put it on. So we're going to put back where we were at 53 for the gain. 4.5 seconds. And hold on a second. I'm going to go put the spacer. I know we're going to get vignetting for sure. So let me, actually this focal reducer in this format will be perfect for the 10Cs, the 10C to ECs, and the 26 to ECs. Okay, so we're fairly close. Like I mean, from F6.4 to F8, we're. I mean, yes, that gives us an idea of the Jack for sure. Let me pull that out, and I'm gonna put the spacer. I know the spacer's too aggressive. I don't have it. I wish I had a 10 millimeter spacer, and I don't see one in here. Let me look. No, that's, nope. Oh, what is this here? I don't know if this is going to work or not. This is a 10. Yeah, I think I got a 10 millimeter. Let me go put the 10 millimeter, but the opening's not big enough. Doesn't matter. Let me go try it out and see what it does. I'll be right back. Hang on. Okay, this is a 10 millimeter spacer. Uh, it's quite it's quite the difference here. This is F10. I should have taken an image. This was last week, and this is now. So let me get the focus happening here. Oh, shoot, what have I done? I hit the wrong button and I lost my galaxy. All right, hang on. Okay, here she is. All right, come on down. All right, hang on a sec. Hang on a sec. All right, if I could only lock this on here, I'd be happy. Okay, here we go. It's incredible to see the difference in sensitivity. Okay, I'm not looking for a pretty picture here, folks. My sky conditions tonight are very, very rough. Not nice at all. And in fact, it's nasty. Very nasty. But anyways, all, all I'm seeking here is the right focal reduction. And with focal reducer that I've been working on, and boy, I tell you, we're pretty close. So this is a 10 millimeter spacer. So this is, let's put this back at 4.5 seconds like we had earlier. All right, and put this down to 53. All right. So this is F10. This is focal reducer and 10 millimeter spacer, and that was last week, last Friday. So this is last Friday, and boy, we're pretty close. We're very close. I could put a much bigger spacer, and this is what I'm thinking of doing right now. All right, this is with the 10 millimeter spacer. This is actually, I could do something here. We can manipulate, uh, well, we're able to. All right, here it is. We could use those measurement on top here. So this is 5 and this is 8. This is 75. Let's go to 75. Boy, this is pretty close. Actually, this is a little bit wider. Yeah, this is a bit wider. If we use the numbers on top here, well, there's a ruler on top here. We got 400, 600, and 800. If you look where the smaller nuclei of the galaxy is, And where it is now, it's close to 600. And look at the other one here. So actually, we're pretty close to what it was. Let me go put the other. I'm gonna go put the big one, and just for the heck of it, you just hold on for a minute. We're gonna get out of this measurement first. All right. I'm gonna leave that one that way. This is F10. Okay, so let me go on the other side and put the big one. Okay, this was at 53. What did I move it? Okay, this is 53, 4 point, no, 46 should be 45.85. There you go. All right. So let me go put the big spacer, the one that I thought might work on this one. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is a 30 millimeter spacer, and holy cow, what a difference it is. Nice, nice, nice. A bit of vignetting, so for that type of chip would be fine, but I think the 10 millimeter would work really well on the 26, on the DS10 and the DS26. I think they would work really, really good. Let me, this is a major, major. Okay. This is from last week. We do have a bit of vignetting on there too. And this is now. Definitely wider. Let me focus here on one of those stars. And all right, let me get the focus happening here. Contain your stars a little bit. Okay, Jack. Yeah, that sounds about right. I was the calculation I made today. We're about f5.5 ish, so we're pretty close. We're very very close. From f10, this is really good, and there's less vignetting, so that's one thing that I like. Man, it's hard to focus tonight. The condition sucks. I can only look at the brighter stars naked eye. We had a really warm day here today, and it's still about 60 degrees outside now, Fahrenheit. So, okay, let me see. Probably, Jeff. I wouldn't be surprised. I think you're right on that because, boy, it sucks. Oh, where is it coming from? Is that big fire they're having up in, where is it that I saw that on the news? There was a factory of some sort. Midwest. All right, so we're getting it then. It's coming this way. Holy cow. Does it smell? Oh, oh, I missed my nose here. It's probably smelling hamburgers. All right, let me try to get that focused. Boy, this is difficult tonight. That's incredible. I can't get a really good focus at all. That's how bad conditions are here tonight. That's okay though. I mean, it's just to get an idea, nonetheless. For as I said earlier, I'm not looking for a perfect picture here. I'm looking for, yeah, we do have a little bit of vignetting, but it all depends the gain and the exposure. So we'll put this back at 53 where we had it, and 4.5 seconds. There you go. Yeah, we definitely have a wider field of view. I think a 25 millimeter might be the trick for that chip. This is a smaller chip. So if we put this on a bigger chip, we'll have more vignetting. This is where the 10 millimeter I think might work. Okay, so here we go again. This is F10 earlier, so that was prime focus, nice and smooth. That was last Friday, but it's a composite of, there's a 7 stack image here. I'm looking at the field of view here. And this is tonight, so definitely this is for a 16-inch F10. That's quite remarkable. I really like what I'm seeing. Now, I think the focal reducer on its own without any spacer for the 26 and the 10, the DS10 and the DS26 would work really, really, really good. Well, the spacer screws into the camera, and then the focal reducer goes on top of that. So what we do is we get greater distance from the lens to the sensor. That's the only way to have it. You can't put the spacer anywhere else. So it's all built into a spacer screw into the camera. So the spacer screws into the camera, and then the focal reducer screws on top of the spacer. So we achieve a much more distance between the glass lens of the focal reducer and the sensor. So if we put the spacer at the scope in, we're not going to get any effect at all. What, so what we need to do is just to get the greater distance between the focal reducer lens and the sensor. And as you can tell, this is a F10, so we got a lot bigger image scale here, obviously. And this is what the focal reducer. Wow. I'm going to put this down here for a moment, and I'm going to try something there. Two frame average. Let's give a try to that. I don't know if it'll pick it up or not, but hopefully yeah, it did. Okay. So we'll get to 3 frames going here of additive, not average. This is additive. So 4.5 times 2, 4.5 times 3 is what we're going at right now. Okay, a bit of vignetting, just like the one we had last week. This is last week one. I was using 2 focal reducers there. I was using the 0.75 and the universe. That's quite a lot. This is 1 unit. Okay, that is satisfying for sure, and I think we're gonna be okay with that. Now we need to find out different size spacers for different sensors. That's pretty well how it's going to work, and I'll have to figure out a way how to do this. Um, just looking at something else here for a moment. Okay. All right. I think we're going to be okay with this. I think it's the spacer combination now that we need to work on. Let me put this on at 53 again for reference sake. Now, if we want to get rid of that noise, well, we could. Here, let me turn that up a little bit like this. We're going to get more noise, obviously. Put it at 100. All right. And what we could do is live stack, but not additive. I'm going to use average. So let's go with 3 frames. We're going to get rid of the noise. I'm not quite focused, so boy, it's hard to get focused tonight. Conditions are really, really bad. Okay, we're not locking on to any stars right now. And we go again. I just saw click at last week. This thing won't boot up, and I think I'm out of memory. And this is what's happening here. Well, I'm gonna cut it short in this case. I'm not gonna waste time with that. There we go. I just and so as split cam. So there's something wrong with the memories of this computer. I'm gonna have to grab another computer somehow and make it a permanent one here. So this one just got damaged by the lightning hit. Okay, sounds good, folks. Thanks for coming over, and we're going to be working on that focal reducer some more, and we'll get back. It's supposed to be nice every night, but it just smoke issue and the bad condition we're having tonight persists. This is going to be difficult to deal with. Well, that's all right. It's to do some tests. It's not to do bad. Again, I'm not looking for a perfect picture here. I'm just looking for a reference point for field of view. That's all I'm looking at the